This could be either from your childhood or from your career, but what is the worst or most embarrassing thing you were forced to wear?
Oh, shit.
Easy, dude. Freaking in China, I was doing a commercial, and it was for KFC. And this is just like in a particular era when I think I just wasn't navigating it as mature because Kinjaz had just come off of things like ABDC and NBC and whatnot. And we were killing it in China on a totally different level. We were throwing major events, opening up new studios, partnering with like a larger company, choreographer for every major artist. I was a judge for and winning judge for like multiple dance TV shows with like pop idols and whatnot. Yeah. So like we had kind of a credibility and esteem that I felt like all the guys were also looking towards me to like kind of protect and preserve too, to make sure like, is this cool? Is this good for our brand and whatnot, right? So, and I never really gone this far with it. And then we get this corporate job to do a KFC commercial, which 9 out of 10 times, like, yeah, sure, of course I'm gonna do like a major franchise chain commercial for this like giant brand that we understand.
Especially if the check's probably big.
It was decent. It was very decent. And it was a campaign and promotion for, they had a new crawfish burger at KFC in China. They do really interesting stuff. So whoever came up with the creative for it was like, yo, like, you know, the thing about crawfish, the experience when you have with crawfish is like de-shelling it, you know, getting like the meat outside. So their campaign, like us shooting to this like rap hip hop Chinese song in different places where we're singing and they're like dancing and doing stuff, would always kind of climax with our outfit being like de-shelled or like taking it off. And then
you guys have diapers on.
And then they brought out, no, that's very funny.
Sick.
I would probably be more open to doing that because that's funny. This was like serious. And then they brought out these like giant lobster outfits. And it was like, not like a lobster where you're like, you're a lobster, you're a fucking lobster. It was like a lobster armor, like you're kind of cool.
Like a lobster superhero?
Yeah, but the whole point was to like at the end of the number like rip it, like shed it all off, but we're shirtless.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was like me, Tony, and John Hall on the job, and we get to this point.
So you're naked underneath.
Or yeah, topless. Yeah, but like when you go all the way through the process to get it, like it doesn't say that in the contract or the creative or anything like that. And plus, when you get there and I don't speak Chinese. So we have like, you know, our manager and translator and stuff, but like everything through translation is a whole different game when you're on a production set. Plus it's like the 14th hour because China, for whatever reason with their productions, there's no union or anything like that says like overtime, you just go.
Oh shit, that's gangster.
And next, you know, we're at like the 14th hour and now they're giving us these lobster outfits that we're like, what the hell is this? And then they're like, yeah, you're gonna rip it off, you're gonna get shirtless. And the guys are looking at me like,
down.
But you know, you've already shot everything else that like builds up to that creative moment. So everything and it turns into an argument that like also like, it's weird to have like your tone of argument when you're in a situation, like you're trying to debate a situation, and then the translator translates it like computer, like it's like word for word. It's like he said this thing. It's like, oh, he said this thing, but it's like sometimes I just need the tone to come across like that. I don't like this. Yeah. It's not that like XYZ reason, but
they can't tell the tone's whack.
It just doesn't somehow get to the right space. And we're talking about this concept of needing to preserve our credibility and reputation. It's just
and the Chinese, yeah.
KFC, you know, they're doing
why reputation, man.
Yeah. That is what young people do though.
Yeah, so then
hyper protective.
The compromise ends up being like barely any compromise. Most of it ends up being like we want to just go the fuck home. Yeah. So then we at least get like these tank tops to wear under it, you know, and oh man, it's ridiculous. And now my buddies sometimes pull that up as like a...
Oh, it's online?
It's not online anymore. I don't know, maybe it's lost in the ether somewhere, but some people have video and that's used as like a joke piece.
We don't have to focus on this one too long. We can just move on. It's just me covered in blue paint, as you guys are well aware.
That is the worst thing to you?
By far.
But that one's still on YouTube that people could search.
No, it's gone.
It's gone. It's deleted.
There's nothing worse than that?
Nothing.
Wow.
Out
of all the things you've had to put on in your whole career.
I mostly put all that stuff on my own. For example, I once wore a lobster costume, but it was my idea. Like it was my creation.
Yeah, okay.
So like
That's fair.
I wore a bikini and I had pubes put all over showing.
pretty sick.
Wait, what were the pubes made of?
Me?
No, those are his pubes.
Wait, what?
Because the bikini was small. It was Jill's bikini.
Oh, so you had your pubes sticking out of it?
Well, because we were doing this adventure and it was like, we thought we were going to learn how to do photography for these models. And then my friend brought models and then we thought we were going to take pictures of them. And then they flipped it on us. And actually it was us.
They're the
that were
models.
So we had to wear bikinis.
then
And,
the
me and
models taught us
Bart
how to model.
just came back from Korea or something, and we did not fucking groom, and we were not prepared, and we just have bikinis on with fucking bush all over.
Coming out every direction.
Yep. And we're just taking pictures.
Oh my god, what?
It's out there. It's on the internet.
It's out there.
We gotta find these photos.
It's out there.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
there's hella moments like that we were just like, oh, fuck. I guess we made a career out of people just laughing at us.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I mean, that's the whole start of it over there.
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
So I don't know if I've done anything that makes me go like, fuck, man, that was fucking embarrassing. My brand, you know? My brand.
What about before YouTube, like when you were just a kid? Did your mom ever make you wear something stupid? Or like for cultural things?
No, she wanted to dress me like a cute little Japanese boy. You know how in like the way that they dress a Asian school kid just doesn't look cool here for elementary school.
Yeah.
Cool anywhere.
No, because you look like a British fucking schoolboy in a uniform.
Little sailor boy.
Yeah. And then, but it's like a little too old for that at 7 years old in America,
Yeah, that's
know?
true.
Not good.
looking like
School unis in general.
Pinocchio and shit, you know?
That's too old for that,
What
yeah.
the fuck, dude? Why are you dressing your kid like, I don't know, like Captain Crunch or something?
Like a big lollipop with
Yeah.
It's like lederhosen and shit.
it? Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, I really refuse that. That was, I fucking did not like that. Oh, I know something that I feel like we did is we parodied these two babies talking. It was a viral video, and then me and Bart thought it was so dope to go buy some Depends and copy the two babies that were talking, and then that became our #1 video.
What the heck?
So I encouraged you to do more stupid shit.
No, but like.
Hypervids.
It was that whole like my brand and I don't want to be known for that. Like I'm a filmmaker. Like so when we got interviewed by
Our own skits. We don't want to parody other people.
like we got interviewed about it, and then it was like I did that, but I didn't take ownership and be like, fuck yeah, like that was us. That was a great idea. It was more like, but we have all these other videos that are so much better.
You want to be like Bart Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. That is funny.
And I looking back now, I'm like, we're the one that did it to ourselves.
Take it easy. Take it easy, dude. I'm in a lot of those. Bart's a good guy. I like him. He's my first favorite part.
I also have another one that Nina sometimes makes fun of me. So I when I was a kid, Halloween you just always dress up as stuff, right? And I was like probably a Ninja Turtle or every version of a ninja for like 6 years in a row, as much as I could remember. Always Raphael too. And then I remember wanting to not finally be a ninja for one time.
Wait, who picks Raphael?
I do.
Like really?
I was Raphael too, cunt.
Okay.
Raphael was the badass.
Oh, you just like
No, Raphael is the cynic.
He was a
Raphael was
badass.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
He was funny.
Okay.
Well, and he was just red was just cool.
You identified with his personality most?
I feel like if I had to unfortunately identify, it would probably be like Leonardo because he's kind of like
I agree.
I get it.
I agree.
But anyways,
You're Leonardo in your neighborhood when you're telling on your neighbors to the HOA.
you're Michelangelo and can't contribute anything meaningful when it counts. All right. All right. That being said,
To my yard.
Mistakes.
You liked my yard.
Michelangelo's my favorite one.
Michelangelo couldn't have done it.
He's like the goofy idiot.
likable, sacrificable. All right. That being said, I just remember I wanted to kind of like I think I was trying to be funny and troll it and not be cool one year, and that was like the year that like the Hunchback of Notre Dame came out, and I was like, dude, I think it'd be funny to go to school and be like a ugly hunchback, right? And then I remember finding like they would make costumes, and it would be like a legit hunchback, but then we was like didn't have a lot of money, so and my mom was like, no, you can't buy it, I'll make it for you, because we had a dry cleaner, so she had like sewing machine. So so I'm like, you can't really argue with your mom when it comes to like money stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, this was the idea, and bro, you can't do a DIY at home Quasimodo. Like, this is like the worst possible thing. She like took all the extra fabric from like leftover dry clean shit, and like because we just have fabric, she would like sew a hunchback. And then she like made me a hunchback, but like none of it matched. So you wouldn't be able to associate like that's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, you just look like a camel, dude.
Joe Camel, dude.
Wait, was it even the same colors?
No, it was like, so like imagine he's got like a like a lime green and a brown, but this might be like satin silk, like a green, like a forest.
The texture's not even.
It's available.
She's like a Vietnamese singer.
Bro, and it was like I remember it was bad enough at school. It was bad enough at elementary school, but I used to take Taekwondo as a kid, and then in Taekwondo you would also do Halloween stuff. And I just remember showing up and like that, and in school you could kind of like just like exist and like this sucks, well just get me home. But in Taekwondo it's like everybody's already trying to be like a badass, and I was like, I knew I was gonna get picked on for like the rest of the week.
Like, we're gonna kick that guy's ass for sure.
Bro, I was so embarrassed. I like stood in
Were
the
they like,
corner.
what are you?
Yeah, man, it was bad. People, I think people were just like social distancing themselves.
Did you have the balls not to tell your mom?
I didn't tell my mom.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's
She
nice.
she was like she worked so hard on it.
That's proper.
That's the way to do it.
That's proper. Yeah.
I hated it the second she showed me, but I was like, fuck, she made it, so I wore it
Yeah.
to two kid events.
You're a
Good
good man.
guy. Good guy.
Yeah.
Good
You
kid.
guys remember, like, as a kid, you start liking the lower quality of something because everyone else is doing it.
Because everyone else has it.
So, like, my mom made me a vampire costume too, and it was like my dad had it, and I think my brother did, or my cousin. It was like all of us became like a vampire family thingy, right? So then I was like happy about it, but when I got there, the DIY felt lame compared to like the fucking one you get at like Walmart, where it's just a plastic face and like a nightgown. You know,
It's like a vampire.
yeah, but it's like it's the art is better because when it's DIY, you powder your face and then you do the fake blood and you wear those dentures and shit, and you just do your hair, right? But then when you have like a plastic mask with the thing that just straps the back, and then you have like a cape, it looked so much cooler.
A cape is everything, though.
And in I had a cape too, but it was like cut from my dad's jacket or something, you know?
A cape that's got clear cape structure to
Yeah.
it is everything, or a cape collar.
But looking back, that was way cheaper. Like, I had the cooler costume, but then you want the cheaper shit, because then, like, most of the kids, their parents are just
for
like, I don't
sure.
want to deal with this shit. And then they buy the thing, and now everyone has those costumes.
But even that, it was just so hard to nail the blood coming down the chain because it just looked like you sucked Hellboy's dick. Like, it never looked that good, like vampire good
Yeah.
to me.
My favorite costume as a kid was Batman. I loved it so much that I would wear the because it was like a one piece where the cape mask was all one.
Connected.
I think I wore that every day for like the month. After a whole
3 years.
At the dry cleaners when you were
At the
working?
dry cleaners, I was taking like customers, helping customers as Batman. But like not the rest of the outfit because that's too much. It's hard to like pee in it and shit. You know?
Do you ever think about how you turned out the complete opposite of Batman?
Poor.
No, just like not Batman.
More like Robin?
Right. No, because I think about how,
Like
like,
Robin.
as a kid, like, we idolized those guys so much, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm nowhere near Batman.
Turn out like him at all.
That didn't work.
I'm not even close to Bruce Wayne.
Well, you know how people always do that thing where they're like, if only I saw myself in more movies, and I'm like, okay, cool, I could have been Bruce Wayne, sure thing. I'm like, I'm not fucking Batman. in
That's
any
true,
way.
yeah.
There's no way I'm Batman.
Yeah, it doesn't really do that.
It doesn't really do that at all, actually. It's like sort of a vanity thing that people do to themselves.
Yeah.
But there's no like superhero anymore for kids that's like vigilanteism. I feel like we grew up with so much of that shit, but crime was fucking bad.
Fighting for justice.
Yeah, like Batman, like all the superhero stuff. And I remember like
It's just not dark vigilanteism.
Right.
Technically, Spider-Man's a vigilante.
I think now
yeah.
it's more like you have to fight for affirmative action.
fucking DEI, man.
Yeah, that's the true heroes.
Yeah.
But it is something that everyone does, right? They go like, I wish I saw myself in more stuff as a kid and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, you know, what are you? You're a tax attorney right now. What the fuck? You know, like, what were you gonna be instead? Like,
Yeah, what were you gonna do?
Ben Affleck, the accountant,
there you go. Not bad.
That's true.
kind of a superhero.
You know, the FBI was supposed to be, it was originally like a more taxing thing or like a accounting thing. It was not, there was no guns. There was just, it turned into that.
That's right.
Swagged out, had a glow up.
Yeah, swag.
Look at him now.
Swagathon.
So it could change, you know?
I feel like you probably had to wear some pretty dumb stuff.
Mine was recent.
Why?
Mine was so recent. It was like, and that was part of the story where I'm like, what the fuck?
I wore this outfit to a Halloween party because Tiff likes to dress up. She wanted to be Selena, you know, like the singer.
Oh, cool.
And then it's always like, she's like, you should be like one of my bandmates. I was like, I don't want to be one of your fucking bandmates. So I was like, I'm going to be Selena too. I thought that was funny because in my head, it's funnier in my head. You know what I mean?
So
So I was like, she had her like classic outfit with like the purple dress that goes like this or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do another iconic look. And I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Jeans and white shirt one?
No, it was the fucking bustier or whatever, the fucking the rhinestone.
You went for it.
I was like, this is gonna be fucking hilarious. We're
Was
gonna
your
wear,
midriff showing?
yeah. I was wearing tights and shit. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
I got a wig, I had a little cap on, and then we going to this party, and it was like a family party and shit. It was my jiu-jitsu coach's party. And it's mostly to make him laugh. Like,
Yeah.
It was like the boys, like, ha ha. And then you realize like he has a bunch of like family there. You know what I'm saying? And then like one of them is like a legit politician. Like there's one dude who's like,
shit.
he's like a legit politician. And this fool sees me. Anyway, before we walk in, we take some mushrooms. Me and Tim were like, this is gonna be fucking lit. So then during the whole time, like we're like, we have some couple laughs. We're like, okay, we do the reveal, it was good. And then like moments where I'm walking by and I catch myself in the mirror and I'm like, yo,
Who's that girl?
what the fuck am I doing right now? Like I look so crazy. My lipstick is fuck. I'm wearing lipstick, bro. I'm 30 years old. I'm wearing fucking lipstick. As a joke, I see like lipstick on my face, and my hair's all fucked up. My hair, I'm trying to like eat food, and like hair is getting in my face, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then you see, you meet other family members, and like, you know, some people laugh, and then the rest of them are just looking at me like, yo, what the fuck is up with this guy, dude? Like,
Who's this gay guy?
for real, dude.
They don't even know what it's a costume.
They don't know who I am.
They
They don't-
actually think you're just.
That's the thing. They don't know who I am. I don't know who the fuck I am. Yet. At a certain point, I'm like, yo, what am I doing? And then I'm walking to my car, and I see this guy driving his car, and he's like looking, and then like I see the realization that he is like, oh, I'm a guy, and he like gets mad, and he's like, his eyebrows go like this, and then you see this reaction everywhere I go, and I'm like, yo, this is fucked up. I should never do this ever again. And I was telling like Tiff on the way home, I was like, I can't believe you let me do this. And she's like, no, it's funny. But I was like, yo, you don't think this is like out of pocket for me walking around like this? I just felt so weird. I was like, I should never do this ever again. And I think that's the last time I'm gonna dress up as a woman.
It kind of makes it better that it went down this way.
Yeah, I like it. I like that he
this
had an
is more-
existential crisis about
Yeah.
it.
For real. In my head, I was
It's
like,
more in character.
yeah, I was like, this is
more Nick.
yeah, this is a Nick story for sure.
If you came in, everyone laughed, I'd be dissatisfied.
Nah.
by that.
Yeah. But in my head, I was like, I can't dress like a
There's a
woman.
politician there that can't be seen with you.
But it was just like I would like meet some people, they look at me like, nice to meet you.
That is bad PR though. It's like
That's
across
a bad look.
Selena on shrooms. Like politicians for sure. Like keep me away from that one.
And it wasn't just, it was like other dads in there that I was like with their kids, and I'm like, yo, this is not appropriate for me to dress like this. Like,
They're like, who invited the gay prostitute?
bro, like this is a bad look. You can see my whole fucking ass.
Gay
Like,
prostitute.
it's not like all my ass was showing, but like you see the outline. I'm like, dude, this is not good. Like this is a bad
They
recipe.
don't know if it's a costume or it's actually
For
like,
real, like it was just so confusing and it was just so wrong place, wrong time.
It was confusing enough for that guy driving by. He's like, oh shit, oh
Yeah.
fuck, what the fuck?
And part of me was like, yo, I'm turning some of these guys on.
Man.
I turned some of these guys on. They look at my face and they're like, ugh. And I'm like,
Bar from a guy today.
That's why they're angry. Everyone's angry because of how hot you are.
remorseful
We don't
boner.
get Halloween until I get word from a guy.
Ass. Oh, I like guys.
I was wearing tights so you can see the cakes, but then you saw my face and then you're like,
I
oh.
wish I knew what person they thought you were, like who they thought you were trying to be.
I don't think they had any idea. They're like,
Then
oh,
they
he's
gay
just a girl.
prostitute.
Yeah, he's just a girl. Like he thinks
He's
this is
like a
funny.
mermaid who can walk or something.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, I'm walking around with Tiff the whole time, and it's just like, dude, this is just weird. This is just so weird.
Were you sparkly though?
Oh, my rhinestones were fucking. You had some light reflect around it, bro. It was a disco ball.
I was like, if I didn't know you guys, I'd be like, oh, that must be Selena, and that must be the fan that killed her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the manager.
That reminds me of a party I was at many years ago, and one person showed up as Aaliyah, and the couple's costume was the other person was the plane.
Oh.
Yeah, that was before cancel culture and all that.
Cancel.
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah.